In these latter days that we live in, we find ourselves in an interesting predicament. You see, we have, as it were, people who like to lie. We've made the art of lying a practice and a policy in America today. We call it advertising, we call it political correctness, we call it doing many things for many reasons, whether it be a white lie about Santa Claus, whether it be the polite lie about you're not that fat, whether it be withholding the truth in order to be correct or to be careful or safe, or whether it be admitting to the reality of the fact that we are born liars and that we're good at it, and that we would choose to believe a lie rather than believe the truth. The fact is, in these latter days, the truth is not something that's desired, something that people want to know. Matter of fact, most of the time people will say, well, lie to me. Tell me something that, I don't have to believe in, so that way I can get away with what I want to believe in. And so there's always this spirit of a lie. There's always this kind of lie that's been out there, even in religious circles, even in our way of thinking and talking and acting. A lot of times what we do on the internet is a lie. We won't admit to the truth. We'll create a cyber personality for ourselves and not admit who we really are. The old joke about the guy that, tells everyone that he's 6'2" and eyes are blue and looks, skinny, and he's got this kind of six-pack and he's like, monster built. And the reality is he's probably 4'11", and a big fat guy, sitting around in his shorts, unshaven, and kind of, playing with his laptop with his thumbs. Bottom line is, lying is become acceptable as a norm. In VidDevo today, we want to seek to look at and to understand where God is coming from. We want to sometimes look at our world, but look at our word and find out what God has to say about our world today. Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth. Keep the door of my lips. If thou, Lord, shouldst mark iniquity, O Lord, who can stand? They provoked his spirit, so that he spoke unadvisedly with his lips. Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth the man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defiles a man. A whisperer separateth chiefest friends. There is that speaketh like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health. The lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. The tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil full of deadly poison. Out of the same mouth proceeds blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be. Put off anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, seeing that you have put off the old man with his deeds. This is the will of God, even your sanctification. In their mouth was found no guile. I hear the words, and I question whether we can live up to them. I wonder if at times maybe, just maybe, we need grace and mercy more than we think we do. I know whenever I confront anyone in that which they know is wrong, if I give them an easy out, they'll take it. If I give them a way out, usually they'll follow it. If I forgive them in spite of themselves, they'll be forgiven. So, if I can so know that by way of my dealings with mankind and the human beings that I come into contact with and through the internet and church, then I suspect that you too have people that you can bless rather than curse. That you don't have to lie or be a lie for, but that you can find the right answer and the right truth that God would give to you if we would just seek to know Him better, so that we can listen to what He is telling us to say as opposed to what we think we should say. It's easy to be provoked. It's easy to respond, but it's hard to have a word aptly spoken or fitly decided by God His Spirit, so that they would appear to someone else reading it, hearing it, or seeing it as apples of gold in pitchers of silver. Let us choose this day our words wisely, to maybe speak less, think more, and converse with that which edifies, as opposed to that which deifies the flesh and seems to bring us all into subjection to our sinful nature. But hopefully let us share with one another encouraging words that would lift us up from the mire and the muck that we live in to the place that we're going home to, where nation shall not lift up sword against nation, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. And they'll neither learn war nor anymore, nor will they lie to one another. So may it be this day, today, as we've heard His word and listened to His voice, as we walk in His will and we learn His way, let us choose today to do something different than the way we did it yesterday. Let's choose today to do something that we know we can do today. Let's choose this day of all days to not lie in any way, shape, or form. Lie not to one another, and so fulfill the will of God.